How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Hello! How are you, sexy people? I am Frankfurt, and I'm bringing you a narrated battle of the Showdowns, because that's what I want to do today. And I do what I want, so that's why I'm doing this. Anyway, bringing a battle with the Assaultless Heatran team and my two Scarfers. I'm on the right side, meaning I am on the right. And he's on the left side, meaning he's on the left. So making that clear, just in case you're this, I don't know why I said that, but making that clear, this was a pretty stally battle. But you know, I like to post every type of battle in this channel, and this is one of these stally ones. And I think stally battles, even though they're hard sometimes to watch and see, you can learn some things about them, because in them there's a lot of mind games, predictions, and hacks that can just turn the game into a part onto another. And as we can see, his team is not a frail team at all. He has Gyarados, he has Goodra, he has a Politoed, Skarmory, Ferrothorn, and a Sylveon. And not only that, but seeing that he has a Goodra, a Skarmory, and two Steel types, I can imagine for sure that these will be a Rain team for sure. On the other side, though, you know my team. The team building session of this team is in the description. But I have the Assaultless Heatran, physical defensive Togekiss, special defensive support Vaporeon, my first Scarfer, which is Heliolisk, which Volt Switch. Just in this battle, he just go for the Volt Switch all the time because it's awesome. It's pure momentum. Then we have physical defensive Mega Venusaur with knockoff and toxic and synthesis and sludge bomb. And then last but not least, the second Scarfer, which is Scarf Mammothwine. Which why not? It's cool. It has the surprise factor and the power in it. And most of you know I was rambling about on Twitter, but I love Mammothwine in all its forms. So, without further ado, I think it's time to start the battle. Get ready, because this is gonna be a long-ass battle. So fasten your seatbelts and sit down and enjoy. Let's go. He leads with Skarmory, pretending to put Hazard first turn, but I'm smart and I decide to lead with Healy, seeing that he has no ground types, meaning that nothing can stop my Volt Switch from being done. And that means I can bring Heatran, and predicting Gyarados just to come in, I'm gonna bring Heliolisk again to get another Volt Switch on and initiative on his team. So in the first turns, I'm already predicting. His team seems really easily predictable. That's why I make these first turn predictions. And if my switch goes wrong, I can just Volt Switch around. And that's what happens. Bring Mammothwine on the Goodra, go for the Ice Cold Crash, seeing that I deal 28% on this, which is not bad. I think that I can bring Toki just in case he wants to put hazards, and that's what he does. I'm gonna try to surprise him with the Fire Blast, see if he doesn't know that I have that, but he does get the burn. Doesn't matter, you will see why. But this is like a perfect moment to go for the Defog and get rid of this stupid Spike. So his team is really stally and relies on the switch around with hazards to slowly get destroying the other team. So that's pretty much his technique. But having the Defog Togekiss, this is gonna help me a lot. This Sylveon is going for the Heal Bells, Wishes and all, goes for the Rain Dance, so he has Politoed and a manual Rain Dance just in case. Go for knockoff on the switch, getting rid of this stupid Rocky Helmet, which is annoying as fuck. And that is just good news, because I can bring Heliolisk on Skarmory no problem, even though Braybird... Skarmory doesn't appreciate Braybird, but I can just... yeah, it's okay. I can just go for Volt Switch, because that's what Heliolisk does all these battles. Go for the Volt Switch. Venusaur now, going for the Sludge Bomb. Maybe he wants to stay in, but he does the smart play, going to Ferrothorn. And I thought, well, I'm gonna get rid of his item. He hasn't shown any, so I'm gonna get rid of his Chesto Berry with a knockoff. Which, having Chesto Berry means that he has... rest, meaning that he doesn't have one attacking move, being Gyro Ball and Power Whip. And seeing that I brought Togekiss before, I'm pretty sure that his move is Power Whip, so I can just defog the Spike he just put with Togekiss. No reason not to, because I know he was going to switch. I'm bringing Gyarados. He's gonna try to kill me. But I'm physically defensive, and he's gonna show Earthquake. It doesn't do that much, and I show him Synthesis, meaning that he can just get the fuck out of here. And if he doesn't, I can go for Toxic and Toxic him. He's gonna make this the proper play, bring the Ferrothorn on the Toxic. Didn't matter. Free switch to Heatran. He's left. Why not? Going Fire Blast on the face of this Politoed. And look at this. No, I go for Flash. I'm breaking the switch. It didn't matter anyway, because this Politoed could take anything. This Politoed, yeah, goes for Perishing a lot of times in this battle. Venusaur can go in, no problem. I predict him to switch again, and he doesn't. He makes a smart play, go for Focus Blast, predicting me to predict him to go for a Water attack or something else. He really stooks it though, and with the Rain I can recover the HP and go for the Volt Switch fast, and see if I can Wish Pass with Vaporeon to this thing after or something, or get Heliolisk into a Water attack. But this man, the Hentai King, seems to know what he's doing, so I don't know if he will do that. He's gonna go for Focus Blast, and I don't know, he's gonna go for Scald. This man missed a lot of Focus Blast this battle, but not all of them matter. You will see why. Going for Wish because that's what my Vaporeon does. Heliolisk, there we go. All the HP back, because Vaporeon has a lot of HP, so I can go for the Wish Volt Switch again. Heliolisk, nothing stops Heliolisk to go around and do those things. He's gonna put the seeds now, and I predict him to switch now, so that's why I switched too. But he decides to, of course, switch into his Gyarados, which is perfect, because I have the Heliolisk here. Force him to switch again. I wish I got Hazards, but I don't. Because, well, anyways, he has the Skarmory, so whatever. But I can bring the switch I want in all these Volt Switch I'm doing, which is cool. Here I go for Fire Blast, 39% of Sylveon, and the Burn, which didn't matter for the reason I want to show you that, because I'm not, of course, locked. I can go for the Flash Cannon and kill him. So yeah, look at that, not even bad. I'm gonna switch super fast, bringing Togekiss. Togekiss can take any hit. He's gonna Mega Evolve and go for the Dragon Dance, and I survived! I don't even know how, but I survived. Yeah, I survived, because Puff is amazing. It has a lot of defense, being a defensive thing. I want to save it for later. Maybe I can just defog some spikes or something. And I predict him to go for Waterfall to don't miss the attack. So I'm gonna decide to bring Venusaur on that. Go for Toxic just to I don't want this thing to sweep me. That's pretty much it. And here I bring Heliolisk thinking that I could outspeed. I should have, yeah, but it was Carve. He goes for Waterfall and kills me. I was like, what the fuck? I was not. But then I remember, oh, Wall Breaker. Never mind. Derp. Anyway, I can just bring Vaporeon when he's about to die next turn for poison, which is beautiful because this is a threat and it is out of the way. So I'm looking at his team, and his offensive pressure and offensive Pokemons are disappearing, and my offensive mons are ready to go. He goes for the lead seat on my switch to Togekiss, which is really perfect because I can take this chance to roost all I want. And he shows Power Whip, so I was right. He doesn't have Gyro Ball, which is beautiful. I like it. That means that just means I can roost on his face all time I want. And here he's gonna think that I'm gonna go for the roost. I defog. We're gonna have the switch advantage, but I'm gonna predict that and predict the switch. But he predicts my Heatran to come in, which is amazing. And I was like, well, shit, now I have to switch into Vaporeon. He goes for Perishing because he doesn't want me to set up with the Vaporeon all the wishes and all those stuff. He misses a Focus Blast. Again, that didn't matter at all because Vaporeon can take like 5 of those. Not even kidding. On the defensive Politoed, you can do a Kag yourself because you'll see. I'm gonna pass the wish to Togekiss, take an Ice Beam even though he predicts my switch. And I know he's gonna switch to, he doesn't want to lose his Politoed, so I can freely go for Defog again. So this battle, man, turn 49 right now. Let's go for Fire Blast. It's a 2-hit KO in the rain, which is awesome. But he recovers enough HP with the lead seed, so I'm gonna decide to switch. He decides to switch into his Goodra. there's nothing I can do to Gudra in the rain, so I'm gonna decide to switch again to Vaporeon. He misses a Focus Blast, and you'll see why it didn't matter, because now he goes for Draco Meteor. Look how little damage it does. Nothing, it does nothing. Vaporeon is a beast. So, I don't know, I can just switch around all I want. No problem. Go for the switch past the wish to Heatran, which is beautiful. Heatran is a max HP. I love that. And now I'm gonna switch out. I don't want to take a Focus Blast to the face. And he goes for Perish, predicting me to bring Vaporeon, which is alright, because Vaporeon doesn't care about that and just wish and just leave the battlefield. And that's what I do. And here I go for a Scald, maybe trying to get a fucking burn into Politoed or Gudra, but no, I don't get the burn. He goes for Thunder now, and I was like, well shit, this Gudra is really similar to the one I have on my team. Now I have to switch out to, I didn't want to switch out to any, nor Heatran or what's called Mamoswine, because he just showed Focus Blast. He goes for it. I go for Dazzling just to deal damage to this thing, because this thing has to get hurt. He goes for Thunder and paralyze me, and when I saw that I was like, well, this is the time for you to say goodbye, Togekiss. Bye. He died from a Thunder, and that's it. Now though I can start putting pressure on him, bringing the Mamoswine, predicting the Ferrothorn switch. Ladies and gentlemen, I predict that, and now that means, because Ferrothorn being so slow, he just have to sack it. So Mamoswine took another life. I'm glad for him. Good job, Mamoswine, I love you. And Ferrothorn dies, which is beautiful. Skarmory comes into the field. Now I have to switch directly into the Heatran, but he predicts that, bringing the Politoed, which is pretty poopy, because I don't like that. And I'm gonna bring Vaporeon. Again, it's not... Focus Blast is not a 2-hit KO, but he decides to go for Parashon, which is beautiful, because that means I can have some... Yeah, he misses another Focus Blast. Oops. I'm gonna wish, and I should go for Scald or switch into Heatran right now. No, he predicts me to switch into Heatran, but I'm gonna decide to go for the Scald and maybe get a burn, Doesn't happen, which is okay, because now we both have to switch. I'm gonna predict him to bring Gudra on this switch, and I'm gonna bring the Mamoswine. So this battle, yeah. Now he has to take Ice Cold Grass. I want to see how much damage I'm gonna do to this Skarmory. And look, it does nothing. Not at all. I have to switch. He's probably gonna roost anyway. But, you know, Heatran here. Bring him to switch into Gudra. Maybe Earth Power could do some damage, just 14%, which is pretty poopy. And yeah, he goes for... I'm gonna go for Flash Cannon, try to deal the more damage as I can to this thing. And he misses a Focus Blast. I could take those, but it's unfortunate because now I go for HP Ice, though some damage. As you can see, I took that relatively well. I don't know if that mattered at all. Depends on Ming Match. If he got... Yeah, I could have lived that unless he got max damage, which is unfortunate for him and fortunate for me. But you know what? I'll take it. Whatever. Predicting him again. He predicts me the Vaporeon to come in. The only thing he can do is go for the Parashon. Instead of wishing now, I decide to go straight up for the Scald, predicting Skarmory, doing a shit ton of damage with the Scald boosted by the rain. And he has to switch again to Politoed because he doesn't want to take this hit. Go for Scald. I haven't gotten any burn this Politoed, which is okay. And I'm gonna say to sack Vaporeon now because I want to deal a little bit of damage to this. Because seeing that he was special defensive, that means Mamoswine can just go for superpower just in case he switches to Skarmory and kill it because he doesn't have the best physical defense because he was invested in special defense. And now he brings Skarmory. I'm gonna decide to sack Mamoswine because Heatran is just a victory, short victory. Skarmory, there's nothing he can do. He can roost all he wants. I don't give a shit. But seeing that he wants to roost, I'm gonna just switch into Heatran directly, no problem. And yeah, he's gonna see, even though he can take a Fire Blast into the rain, he decides that this is over, there's nothing he can do to my Heatran, and he's gonna just die. And that, in the turn 80, the Hentai King lost to a Heatran, which is sad for him and beautiful for me. So I hope you enjoy this stall battle. I know stall battles, they're not the best, but well, normally I like stall battles just because you have to think a lot of them, and that's what happens to these. As you have seen, there was a lot of predictions, switches, and all that stuff. So I hope you all enjoy it a lot. Give your what's called comments. Give your comments in the descriptions, because I love reading those. And with that, my pen just fall into my table. With that, I just want to say to you, thanks for the support. Glad to read all your comments and your suggestions and whatever you want to say. I'm glad to hear those. And yeah, see you in the next thing I will do on this channel. Bye! Yeah.